Hello YouTube. Robert Alvarez, the Psychic Witch, also known as Mr. Lighting in a Fan. How are you? Right now the time is approximately 10:35 p.m. Eastern Time, and the date is Friday, October 2nd, 2020. Tonight is the night after the full moon in Aries. Right now the moon is waning in Aries. As of tomorrow morning, the moon will be waning in Taurus. Pardon me. Let me take a sip of my spritzer. This is a watermelon flavored seltzer with cranberry apple juice cocktail. That is so good. It is super good. Okay, so in continuation of my More Than a Walkthrough series, I am going to talk about the Temperance card from the Pride Tarot, a collaborative deck, which was published by US Game Systems. So, you know what that means. Get ready for all the close-ups. So I'm going to have my awesome audio-visual person do a close-up of the front of the box. By the way, this is the Sun card from this deck. This was illustrated by Isabel Hayes, which I am going to get to very soon. And I just love this Sun card. The everything. I mean, it's just one of the most gorgeous Sun cards I've ever seen. This is the back of the card design, and I'm going to have, I'm going to do the top of the box, because we never really do the top of the box as well. So, and I love the font, and in the very first video in this series, I read the card that talks about the font. So I'm going to now show you the cover of the guidebook. We're good? Cover of the guidebook, which depicts the Queen of Cups, which my intention is to get to as close into 2021 as possible. In the minor arcana, the suits are swords, wands, cups, and pentacles. My promise from the very beginning has been to conclude the major arcana before the conclusion of 2020. And I am going to amend that promise to myself. And Durga's having a moment. She's okay, but she's having a moment. I'm going to add to that I promise to have completed at least the first of the minor arcana suits, which in this case is the swords, by the conclusion of 2020. But yeah, definitely before 1 year and a day after the date of the very first video, I want to have completed this More Than a Walkthrough series. But anyway, so the tarot card we're going to focus on in this video is the Temperance card. And I love, love, love the artwork of the Temperance card in this tarot deck. So I'm going to have my awesome audio-visual person do a close-up of the back of the card design, which I love and adore for all the reasons. The color scheme, the script, the love is love, everything. And I think we have a surprise cameo by Durga, or at least we did. But I'm going to have my awesome audiovisual person do a quick close-up of Durga, the cat. No. Yes, Durga the cat, formerly known as Durga the kitten. My awesome audiovisual person seems to have forgotten that I have a lot of YouTube channel subscribers that love and adore cats. And it's not as if they're trained cats. They don't do what I want them to do. Especially not Isis the alpha female, who's sleeping over there and is like dead to the world. So, yeah. So, you know, when I can feature my cats in my videos, I milk it for all it's worth. Because it doesn't happen every day. And those of you that have watched my videos for a few years at least, you know that Isis the alpha female almost never physically appears in my video. You hear her, you absolutely hear her, but she does not want to be on camera. I don't like to give her an option. I like her to be on camera when I want her to be on camera, but we know that doesn't always work out so well. Anyway, did they do a close-up of the front of the card? So this is the Temperance card from the Pride Tarot, a collaborative deck. And it is illustrated by Ryan Edward, and I am going to reconfirm that. Yes, it is by Ryan Edward, and I'm going to read what the guidebook says about the Temperance card. And if I'm not mistaken, with all of these card info sections, they were written by the artists themselves. So, Trump 14, Temperance by Ryan Edward. Temperance is about moderation, balance, and bringing opposite sides together. The rainbow, icon of pride, and representative of a blend of identities sets the stage. It takes an even keel to bartend on any night, let alone during Pride. This one must be an absolute angel. I love that. There's only tranquility and harmony here. Drinks are artfully mixed and delicately poured. Not too much, just enough. I'm laughing because one of the traditional archangelical associations on the Temperance card, or with the Temperance card, is Archangel Michael, who is the divine protector of the archangels, also known as, or rather more commonly known as, Saint Michael. Again, divine protector of the archangels. So when I saw, how this bartender must be, and the bartender is very cute, and it's funny because I could swear it looks like a snake. But it's not a snake. It's the mixing of the mixing cup into the customer's glass. But it looked like a snake at first glance, but I really found that fascinating. So, Ryan Edward. I found it interesting that of all of the bios that I've read thus far in this guidebook, this is the only one that has no contact information. So what I'm going to do is some research, and if I find any contact information or any social media platform that Mr. Edward uses, I will include that in the description box for this video. Ryan Edward is an artist from St. Louis, Missouri, where he plays in the crossroads of design and magic in his studio. He is the creator of Maybe Lenormand and Playing Marseille, both published by U.S. Game Systems Incorporated. I have a feeling I will have both of those decks in my future. And, the only other thing that I'm going to say about the Temperance card is that it is a call to balance. It is a call to remember not to consume too much of one thing and not to do too much of something else. It is about creating balance. It is about maintaining balance, actually. Not working too much, not playing too much, not drinking too much, not eating too much, not eating too little, not worrying too much, not living in a fantasy world too much. It's like it's like maintaining the balance between this and that, here and there, up and down, left and right. And it is about maintaining this harmonious, centered balance. YouTube, as always, thank you so much for honoring who I am and what I do. And if you are somebody who owns the Pride Tarot, or if you are going to acquire the Pride Tarot, let me know that in the comments. And of course, if you have already given readings with the Pride Tarot, let me know how that went, without revealing anybody's confidentiality and privacy, of course. Thank you in advance for all the... Thank you in advance for all the likes, for all the shares, for all the comments, for all the subscriptions, especially to those of you who have yet to subscribe to the YouTube channel of yours truly, Robert Alvarez, the Psychic Witch. Isn't that right, Durga? You look so cute, Durga. I love you, I love you. And of course, thank you to all of you who have thus far availed yourselves of my psychic services since the beginning of 2020, the year of a solid, balanced foundation. And thank you to those of you who are going to dive deep and avail yourselves of my psychic services under divine timing and goddess grace. I do wish to remind all of you, lovingly so, that September through to the following February is the most abundantly full time period regarding my professional psychic practice. So if you want to make sure that you get the appointment date and time that you want, I highly recommend that you schedule your appointment with me now. Good night. Have a wonder-filled, nourishing weekend, and stay tuned for the next video.